lovely people, Nina here. This week for my video, my intent was to give you an update on the Novel Love Story, which is so cute so far. I'm not that far into it, I'm not even halfway. I'm at page 111. So like getting pretty close to halfway, but I've been working on my master's thesis a lot. So I haven't had a lot of time to do like reading because I've done academic reading, which has been kind of a nightmare. But I haven't had time to finish that. I, however, have been reading poetry because I'll read poetry at night to try to fall asleep and not be so stressed out. And so I read a lot of poetry, and so I read poetry at night. And one of the poetry books that I read was When We Were Young by A.A. Milne. So I thought I'd talk a bit about poetry instead. I realized that I did an entire like autumn book review of like what I was going to be reading, and none of these poetry books or anything that I've like been reading has been on this, except for A Novel Love Story. That is one that I've been working through. But you know what? I just went on vibes, and that this was what I decided I was going to read. This is so cute. I finished this yesterday and it made me cry. It's so cute. It's a book of poetry from A.A. Milne, who, if you don't know, is the author and creator of Winnie the Pooh. And it's a bunch of like children's poems. It kind of reads like Shel Silverstein-esque, if you know who that is. They're like children's poems, so they rhyme and they're kind of goofy and they're very, very British. And I just love it. There's a whole thing on like before, where is it? Like a whole thing on like growing up. It's just really sweet. And if you are like newer to poetry, I think I would suggest this because it's not super complex, because it's meant for children. It's silly, it's really adorable, and it has an audiobook so you can listen to like along with reading it and hear like how it's supposed to be read, if that makes sense. So that's this. It's so, I just loved it, and I will be keeping this around to read again. I have the whole like collection of Winnie the Pooh books that I am now like, well, now I want to go back and read them. So I might be doing that. We'll see. Not on my fall list, but maybe it should have been. Yeah, this one, When We Were Very Young by A.A. Milne. So, so cute. The other poetry book that I've been reading, I have The World Keeps Ending and The World Goes On, which is also on my fall book list. But I'm reading through that one too. And then I'm also reading Time is a Mother, which is Ocean Vuong's poetry book. I've read Night Sky with Exit Wounds, and I've read On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Both made me cry. Both are very sad. This one is no exception. It is also very sad, but oh my goodness, is it beautiful. His writing is everything. It's just gorgeous. Will it make you cry? Absolutely. Is it absolutely beautiful and a work of art? Also, absolutely. This book, I'm on page, or poem, it's called Dear Sarah. It's 22, 23. So I'm like quite a bit through. I'll probably finish it tonight and then let you know. But it's so good. His writing is just worldly. It's just so beautiful. So if you haven't, I would check out Ocean Vuong's writing. This one is actually my sister's version, or the sister's copy. So that's another thing. I was going to talk about sustainability, and I just didn't really have it in me this week. Maybe that'll be a next week's topic. But a conscious book buying and like borrowing books as much as possible instead of buying. Yeah. Maybe that'll be next week's video. But for this week's video, I thought I would just talk about poetry that I've been reading because this is so adorable and so sweet. It'll make you, if you're like an adult, you could read this to your kids and they would absolutely love it. If you're an adult reading this, it'll make you maybe like nostalgic about your, like, I don't know, just being a kid again. It's cute. That one. And then this one is just absolutely beautiful. If you haven't read any of Ocean Vuong's writing, you should, because it's just gorgeous. This one's obviously a bit more advanced poetry. This was a little bit easier. So cute. And then A Novel Love Story. I want to finish reading it. I've heard so many good things. So hopefully by the next time I make a video, I will have this finished. Which, okay, do I just go out with sustainability for like a little bit? I'll save it for a different video. Yeah, so that's a little book update for the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have some research to go finish. And I will see you all next week with a brand new video. Bye!